That's exactly how I got interested in poetry. And it helped me with speaking. It helped me with working in television because now I'm not afraid to express myself. I'm not afraid to speak in front of crowds. It just brought me out of my shell. Well, I'm mostly known as the girl that could not cook on Food Network's Worst Bakers in America. And then I came back as a fan favorite for Worst Cooks in America. So little did I know, baking and cooking are two different sciences that you need to learn. It's not even the same skill set. So
Wow.
yes, it's crazy. But now I am a mediocre baker, a mediocre cook. I'm definitely continuing to try to become an expert in those areas. I also have experience with TMZ, so I like to talk, as you can see. And with TMZ, TMZ, I just commented on celebrity news and just brought my personal opinion on what was going on in popular culture. Became interested in children and teaching them English when I decided to revamp the poetry book I mentioned earlier from middle school. I revamped that book and I created Poetry Is Not Just Rhyming. That was my first book. So that book went over different aspects of poetry from alliteration all the way to onomatopoeias. And it also was a workbook for kids to learn how to write poetry and color in their poems. So that book led me to developing a children's television show called Poetry in Life. Now, Poetry in Life is a show where kids come into a rec room setting and they're talking about their issues of the day, whether it's an issue at home. Because a lot of kids have issues at home that they bring to school. And then for teachers that are not really in tune with their students, they may mistakenly say it's a behavior problem, but all the times it's not a behavior problem. That child is acting out because they don't have an outlet at home. So Poetry in Life deals with issues of at home, sometimes abuse, sometimes neglect, shyness, bullying, and it shows you how to use poetry to combat those issues, which led me to the second volume of Poetry Is Not Just Rhyming, Volume 2, that really goes in depth with what we cover on the show Poetry in Life. So all of that really, it speaks to my heart because I know how it is to be bullied, but it's very different now because when I was bullied, it wasn't social media. You were bullied in math class and it was it. By the time you went to lunch, no one remembered, it's a whole nother thing. But now you're bullied in math class. By the time you get to lunch, 5 or 6 other school systems know about it because we have Twitter, we have all these other things that, communication get out so much faster. So my heart goes out to those students. And this is why I dedicate my life to showing them creative ways to deal with that.